A local family whose son sustained a traumatic brain injury in the care of his nanny has turned their tragedy into a mission to help others. We first introduced you to the Weingrad family in 2015, just months after their son was released from the hospital. His injuries left him without the ability to walk, talk, or see. And while some families would be paralyzed by their grief, the Weingrads took action and started a nonprofit to help kids just like Holton. And in order to raise money for the nonprofit, they will be holding a special Halloween event next month. Hero-Ween, it's called. It's an event that the entire family can enjoy for a good cause. And the family is here with us today. Thank you so much for being here. Just before we came on air, Holton had a little episode. I'm sure that's your life.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's hard because you never know what's coming. And his injuries, his neurological impairments are so severe that it affects everything, physically, mentally, and then obviously it affects the family. So we do this event because it's an inclusion event, and we want all families with children with impairments or without to come and feel like they're welcome, like they can be there, and even if they have some big hurdle like we almost just had, they should feel accepted and not feel uncomfortable. Like nobody wants to see a kid, go through this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Angela, this happened because of the negligence of a nanny.
Yes.
And can you tell people about that event? Because when I read about what happened, it's mind-boggling that this nanny left your son on the couch alone, and then hears him fall.
Yeah.
And now, and he was perfectly healthy beforehand. So talk us through what happened.
Yeah, so we left to go run an errand and go to Nordstrom's. It was right before the holidays. We needed to exchange something for Christmas. And within 45 minutes after we left our son, who was almost sleeping in my arms, in her hands, we got a call that he had been rushed by himself in an ambulance. He had stopped breathing by the lobby receptionist at the apartment complex. And we immediately rushed to the hospital to try and find out what happened. He was under a different name. I could only imagine an 11-week-old by himself in an ambulance. So we get to the hospital. He's under a different name, and we literally were just shocked. We didn't bring a car seat to take him home. We had no idea what had happened. His skull was cracked. He had stopped breathing. He had turned blue. And we were then in the hospital for months and months and months. He had uncontrollable seizures. So, yeah, we just really don't know what happened. But she says he fell off the couch. But the neurologist said that where the crack in the skull wouldn't work with her story.
And the whole situation is so difficult to work through. And when people go to choose a nanny, they're picking someone that they trust to have their child's lives in the hand. And this was someone who had watched your daughter Stella for a couple years.
Yeah.
So that's part of the event, is also raising awareness that people need to do some investigation as to who's taking care of their children.
Yes.
Have to do due diligence to know. I mean, in the end, things occur. Her story doesn't line up with what injuries, but that doesn't matter anymore, because now we're just dealing with the reality of what occurred. And now we're trying to give back, because the community came forward and helped us really a lot that first year. So we're trying to do that for families around the country.
So before we run out of time, tell me about Hero-Ween.
Hero-Ween is on October 7th in Tarzana at the Tarzana Community and Cultural Center. It's an amazing event. It's Halloween themed, so kids should come in costume. There'll be a winner for best costume. Pixie Beauty will be there giving out free stuff, and West Coast Pretzels and Scooters Water Ice. There'll be an obstacle course. The Beat Buds, who are on Nickelodeon, will be performing.
Cool.
So it's a really wonderful event. We want a lot of families to come with their kids, enjoy, and really just spread the love and let these families know with children with impairments that they're loved and they're thought of and they're supported, and that's what this event is. And it's really a lot of fun.
Well, you talk about how it impacts the whole family. Stella, are you excited for the event?
Yeah.
I see you already have your black and orange brace colors on, so you must be excited for Halloween.
Yeah.
So now
really.
Hero-Ween, October 7th. We can't wait. All right, thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. The main event is Saturday, October 7th, and if you want more information on how to get tickets, just check out our website, kcalnews.com, click Seen on TV. We will be right back.
Jamie Yuccas.